greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad I accumulated before the space got saturated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. Make the haters aggravated, get the spaceship activated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad
What's goody, y'all? Welcome back to the channel where you get your crypto news. XRP news to be exact. Listen, don't wait till it happens. Yeah, don't wait till it happens. All right, so I got a lot of information I want to talk about today. Yeah, it's another day, another crypto dollar. So let's get right into it, though. Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz is talking about, real world assets and naming BlackRock's bullishness on RWAS and how Ripple was probably just working with them to acquire different treasuries. So listen up to this real quick.
Seen Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, publicly, this is one of the largest asset managers on the planet, publicly lean into his belief around tokenization of real world assets as a profound opportunity. And as some of you guys know, and I think certainly David and I spent time talking about, we've had a bunch of announcements on this front. Open Eden most recently doing the tokenization of U.S. Treasuries. I think Ripple may or may not have yet publicly announced we're actually going to allocate and buy about $10 million worth of Open Eden U.S. Treasuries, which will be kind of the on-chain version, if you will. But also, one of the things we announced at our last Apex, our developer conference, was a relationship with Archax, and I think he's on stage later today. Is that right? Do you know that? No, I'm not sure. All right, I think I'm supposed to give a plug around that, but I'm curious. Any other surprises from you on real world assets, either why it's taken long or why it's happening quickly? What's your thoughts?
I think the biggest surprise for me is how quickly the major players seem to feel that this would be inevitable. They went from crypto's all a bunch of scams and it's never going to threaten TradFi, to starting to see that
lean in.
Yeah, we see polls where these institutional players believe that this is definitely going to happen. And the interesting thing about that is that means that they need to establish defensible positions. And I think that kind of segues interestingly into our play in custody with the acquisition of Medico, to put ourselves in a position to, people who issue real world assets, they're not going to all want to build their own platforms and management and all that.
Man, the key part to me is David Schwartz said, it's funny how people used to think that crypto was a scam. Now everybody, back then they didn't want us. Now we hot. They all on us. Let's go. All right. XRP staking loading in progress from Apex in Singapore. Listen up to this real quick. It's 8 minutes. I'm not about to have it the whole 8 minutes, but I will at least play at least 2 minutes and you guys go and do your due diligence.
To CoinDesk Live, we are in Singapore where Apex 2025 is underway. This is the largest annual summit for the XRPL community. Our next guest will be on stage later talking all about XRP staking powered by Flare and TEEs. Flare co-founder and CEO Hugo Filion joins us. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Now, you're here at Apex 2025. You are going to be talking on stage later. Talk to me a little bit. Give me a preview about what you hope to convey to the audience here.
Absolutely. So we're covering, the background of Flare is it's a layer one blockchain, which has fundamentally baked in data protocols into the chain. So this allows effectively the chain itself to get data from prices to Web 2 data to Web 3 data. This means you can build applications on the chain that are, quite unique relative to other layer ones. We've built essentially the easiest and most robust way to bring data from external systems onto the chain. We're using that to increase the capabilities of the XRP asset and for people to be able to use that XRP asset to get yield through a restaking and staking service.
Talk to me about bringing data, off-chain data on-chain. What are some of the pain points that you're solving? What are some of the challenges that this helps solve for folks that are building and then also
Absolutely.
the folks who are using
the
product?
Fundamentally, you have two major challenges. First is safety. So safety is essentially blockchains are not data, on the whole, not data native. Flare is. And how you secure the data coming onto the chain is quite important, because a bad piece of data or a bad data print can affect downstream value through applications very, very strongly. So you have to have, as safe and as decentralized a system as possible, in our view. And that's what we've built Flare for. And then the second is ease of use. If you go to an Oracle and you try to get a piece of data, it can be very, very hard to acquire that data and to get a set of validators or nodes that will give you that data. On Flare, especially for Web 2 data, we've built a very generic system to be able to effectively get data from pretty much any open API that you wish to use. So
all right, I'm gonna leave it at that because it's about a 9-minute video, but I do want to let you guys know that they're trying to bring staking to the platform for XRP, because a lot of people like myself and others, we're trying to find other ways to make money off of our XRP coins that's just sitting in a wallet and not even having any type of percentage. There are different platforms where you are able to trade, stake it, lend it out, things of that nature. So this will be something good to look into more once they get more details. All right. So pretty much I wanted to get into this because this is the biggest news that's been going on right now, right? For years, this is Brad Garlinghouse. He says crypto companies has been calling on Congress to pass crypto legislation and set rules of the road. He's been saying that for years. Pretty much they're saying this is the first major financial bill. And this is the first crypto bill that has been passed in the Senate. So if you don't know, now you know. The Genius Act has been passed. I'll click this one right here. It says the Senate just passed the Genius Act landmark legislation to establish the first regulatory framework for payment stable coins. All right, so I'm not going to get all into the actual bill and all of that other good stuff, but this is something that's been amazing news in the crypto space. It just came out not too long ago. So look at more details on it. Understand the Genius Act. Go onto this Twitter page and read more on this documentation, because of the simple fact that this is the first major regulatory framework that has been made, and we have been here first. This is just the beginning. Woo! Don't wait till it happens. All right, so this is a 5-minute video of the Senator Tim Scott. So I want to let him speak a little bit about it and how excited he is about this act being passed as well. Listen up.
It's a great day for the Genius Act. The weather outside is sunny, not even a cloud in sight, if you're thinking about the Genius Act. And it's a great day for America. It's a great day, frankly, a historic day for our nation, as you know, Ellie.
Historic.
This is the day when the United States Senate, led by the Banking Committee members, got it done. And I'm so excited that we had it done, not in a Republican versus Democrat, but as Americans fighting for those single mothers like the one that raised me. We're going to see prices go down in the marketplace, and we're going to see a full adoption across the spectrum that will make it easier for people to do business in America.
Chairman Scott, thank you so much for joining me.
We need to make it easier for people to do business in America, man. This is a 5-minute video. Like I said, I didn't want to play it too long, but he mentioned the Genius Act and how excited he also was that it's been passed. So the SEC has delayed making a decision on the spot XRP filing proposed by $1.4 trillion giant Franklin Temptation. At least bring that to your attention. That's Jack the Rippler. All right, so breaking Ripple AD lights in New York City, Times Square, in Grand Central. It's happening, man. I mean, we really are at the beginning of this, and we have been here from the beginning and seeing revolution. I love companies who are started from the bottom. Now we here, because it just makes me realize how patient I am, how much I have been learning throughout this process, how many friends I've communicated with, how many different, countries and states I've been to just trying to offer this one particular company. But crypto blockchain is happening across industries, across sectors, and across the world. It's happening with Ripple. And we have been right here since day one. If you've been here with me since day one, drop some fire at the bottom. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. And I also wanted to make sure I bring you this because Ripple has been, listen. Let me just let you hear it.
Uber before Uber, and that did grow and become the world's largest on-demand dispatch organization, and that's what Jack Dorsey hacked into. He was very interested in dispatch, and we learned a lot about text messaging and payments, and I am not a co-founder of Twitter or Square. I was just there putting milk in the fridge, but it did lead to us learning with text messaging, 140 characters, and with the democratization, not just of publishing, but of payments. So that was Square, and really everything now with everything we're doing is a democratization experiment. And so crypto was like with Ripple was democratization of who could hold money. You didn't have to ask permission.
All right. I just want to, we know the big time companies in the world. We got Amazon's that's been right before our eyes. We missed it. We got Uber right before our eyes and we missed the wave. We got Lyft, different, Airbnb. We have a lot of these companies that we have seen flourish, and we are right here. You should be blessed. You're highly favored to be in this space, to be in front of thousands, because I can't even say millions, because not even a lot of people know about this, but thousands of other people in this industry who are here first to get in this wave. So if you don't know, now you know. Ripple is here to hold all the money. All right, but I'm gonna leave you guys with this because XRP is just getting ready to hit $20. Let's get it.
I am seeing some flashing bright red signals that are telling me that XRP is getting ready for its next massive leg up in this bull run. I've been trading a lot, as you can see, buy on these red days, sold on this green day, sell futures, by the way. The reason why I'm selling, I'm looking for another short-term entry very soon here, actually. I'm looking to get a really attractive buy. The stochastic RSI is dead center. If the stochastic RSI is dead center, it was trending down. I do think it's more likely than not that we'll eventually head back down again. I would love for us to keep going up, and I would love to capture all of that. The FBB, I also see we're touching the top resistance line, and we keep getting rejected. It is moving higher up, which is once again a good sign, but you can see the bottom support is also moving down. It's currently at 207. And so I basically have trigger orders I'm setting around 220, around 207, a little bit lower than 207 in case of a black swan event, because I want to be able to buy these dips. I am seeing...
Listen, I don't know all the trading talk, but when you dip, we dip. But listen, I'm just making sure I buy. I don't wait till it happens. I keep buying. Make sure you cost dollar average, with you guys investments. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Whew! Don't wait till it happens. I'm out. Peace.